Hey everyone, welcome back to another video in the product research course. Today we're going to be going over how to calculate FBA fees. And we're not going to be using software, we're going to actually be teaching you the fundamentals, right? That's something that I stress a lot. It's like you should know what these softwares are doing before you try and use them. It's kind of like knowing how to operate a manual car before you go and get a car with paddle shifting or on an automatic car. Now these days that's not as important because everything's automatic because the technology is just so much better than a driver can shift the car. But knowing how a clutch works, knowing what the motor's doing and why you need to have your timing right, knowing about RPMs, that's essentially what we're doing here, right? We're figuring out what these things are doing, how the system operates, and then to speed up that process, we're using tools and we're using softwares once we already understand. So FBA fees are something that you should know because it's part of calculating your profit margin. And some people, I've had this happen to me where I use a tool and it tells me that my competitor's fees are $6 less than mine. I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's because you might have just went into oversize by half an inch and then you double your FBA fees. Plus you're going to have referral fees on top of that. So let's go over that in today's lesson. So what you can do is you could actually just search FBA fulfillment fees. And then there's a Seller Central link if you do want to get to this page that I'm on right now, or you can just refer to this video. So I actually want to start over here with product size tiers. And the reason that that's important is because there's something called standard size, but then if you're an oversized, you fall into a different category, even if your weight is small. So let's jump into it. A standard size product is a product that is no longer than 18 inches on its longest side, no longer than 14 inches on its median side, no longer than 8 inches on its shortest side. So normally this would be length, width, height. And anything exceeding this is considered oversize. So you're going to get this information from your supplier. You're going to say, hey supplier, I need my packaging dimensions as it is when it would reach a customer. So the final dimensions of your product that will be going into Amazon that will be considered one unit. So once your dimensions fall under that, most of the products that I'm teaching you guys how to find being under a pound and being kind of small, fitting in a shoebox, it's about the dimensions of a shoebox. That's actually a little bit bigger. It's like the size of like a boot box, we'll say. So if your product fits in something like that, you'll be in standard size. Just make sure you check that. You could take those numbers down or there's the link right there. Now that we know we're in standard size, we'll go over oversize as well. But here we go. So standard size fulfillment fees, a product that is standard size, so it's under those dimensions and is 10 ounces or less. So a little more than half a pound or less. It's going to be $2.41 for your fulfillment fee. So that means that Amazon is just going to charge you $2.41 for every sale to pack and ship your products to the customer. Small standard size, again, 10 to 16 ounces is going to be $2.48. Large standard size. So if we come over here, there are actually, so large standard size right here. If you fall under 15 inches, 12 inches, and 0.75 on the shortest side, then you're in small standard size. So that's what it means when it's saying small standard size. And now these are just charts that you could reference. The main thing is if you're in oversized, these will be dramatically different. If your product is heavy, most of your guys' product will be under 1 pound. But if your product does happen to be heavy, then you will get charged 3 pounds will be $5.26, and then every additional pound would be an additional 38 cents. So say your product was 5 pounds, it would be $5.26 plus 38 cents multiplied by 2 because you have 2 additional pounds over that. Then you'd be in large standard size. Again, that would be large standard size right there. If you're in small oversized, that means that your dimensions were over this or you were over 21 pounds. And then show you the chart for that over here. So oversized products, small oversized, 71 pounds or less. So here's the difference, right? If we were in large standard size, we'd only have a $5.26 fee. But if we just barely missed the dimensions, we'd actually jump immediately up to $8.26. That's $3 extra in fees. Just maybe you had 1 inch over the guidelines. So it's important to note these things. Again, this is a quick lesson. This is just something you could check up on. It's more of a reminder than a lesson because I don't really have anything to teach. It lays everything out for you. All you need to figure out is your dimensions and your weight, and then come over here, look at this chart right here. You could pause the video if you'd like, if you can't find this web page. Again, all I did was I searched Amazon FBA fulfillment fees. You're going to get to this page and you're going to click on fulfillment fees for orders on Amazon. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that lesson. Quick lesson, but it is an important one. So other than that, I will see you in the next lesson here on the product research course.